I'm dressed up today because we have the most important tier list we've made yet. We are going to be ranking bottled water. So, left to right, Poland Springs Origin. I've never even heard of this before, so this will be a
I've
nice
seen
surprise.
Poland Springs, but I've never tried it. Cedar Springs, Dallas, Maine.
I bet you Maine is has a large Polish population.
Maybe. Oh, I almost drank right out of the
Give
bottle.
it a
Sorry.
smell.
Yeah.
I guess we should smell it once we pour.
Yeah, sweet, pretty sweet aroma, a bit playful on the senses.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, you have to aerate.
Yeah, of course.
Can you tell what year it is yet?
Not yet, but it is vintage.
This
Aged in a wood bottle. Keg, excuse me.
Cask aged.
Cask,
Oh,
that's
it's
what I was
almost
looking
got. This might just be the glasses, but it's got a rosy hue to it.
for. A bit, yeah.
Might be my hands just reflecting through it.
No, it's probably a rosy hue. Ooh. Yeah. I didn't coat all the taste buds.
You gotta cough it.
Yeah. That's when it really brings out the latent flavors. Well, I gotta tell you, Matthew, the Polish know what they're doing with their springs.
I'm shocked. I don't know why it's in Maine, but I'm shocked with how great this
Are you
is.
getting a hint of chlorine as well, or just me?
There's some chlorine coming out.
A little bit, yeah.
Good
Yeah.
mouthfeel. Felt like water.
It did. It had a very watery feel
Yeah.
to it.
Wasn't much of a taste, which is great.
Mhm.
Not salty, none of that.
Easy. No carbonation either. A smooth opening, which
Yeah.
I can always appreciate.
That
in
was
my water.
really, really nice. Yeah, there's none of that. Psst.
Yeah, no.
Okay.
This was a bit of an underdog water bottle for me. I'd never heard of this brand before, and I gotta tell you, I walked away pleasantly surprised. It wasn't insulting, even a bit playful at times on the palate. I really appreciated the Poland Springs water, so I feel comfortable slapping Poland Springs at the A tier. Alright, let's go on to a shitty one.
Oh, boy.
No bias.
Wait, keep it quiet when you open it. Let them hear the psst.
Oh.
That's bad.
Who makes this? Is this Pepsi?
That's Pepsi.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah. Thank you.
This is an insult to water. Oh, there's bubbles in my water. Come on now.
Yeah, that's carbonated.
Yeah, you don't like to see
I
this.
pay extra for the carbonated water.
It doesn't even have a good spin to it. I can't
I'm
even
sure.
aerate.
See, look through mine. You can see all those
Oh,
little things. They're
little-
definitely gonna say that's minerals, but I don't think so. That's
No,
like
that's gross.
backwash from the workers.
Yeah, it's little bacteria in there.
All right.
Oh, it's very heavy. It's like steel in your mouth. Ugh. Why? It's not smooth.
And it's not even that it just has a flavor. It's a bad flavor.
Yeah, it's a yucky flavor. I'd rather drink out of the bathtub.
The bathtub's clean water. though.
Might as well just drink out of the toilet at this point.
In a surprise to absolutely no one, Aquafina is a hunk of shit and is just not good water. I don't think I've ever met someone in my life. I've never met like some kind of maniac madman that said they like Aquafina. I don't know if even such a thing exists or really could exist. The human body is hard-coded to reject the taste of Aquafina. It's abhorrent. It is just some very bad water. The only compliment you can give it is that if you're dying of thirst, it might save your life, but at what cost? So Aquafina, it's a D tier, and let me tell you why it's not F, because there's one devil even worse than Aquafina, and you're gonna see it on the list soon.
Fiji.
Fiji's
This was the most expensive one.
This is some bougie shit. I
Yeah.
remember hearing about Fiji water a long time ago.
Earth's finest water, and it's bottled at what source? Oh,
At
In
least
Fiji.
Fiji. It's Fiji Island. All right.
Am I gonna hear a hiss? Oh, wow. Good lord. All
I
right.
gotta work hard for
Yeah,
good
you gotta
things.
really try
I'm
and
listening.
get some elbow grease. That was probably just my bones
That was-
breaking.
yeah, I think your knuckles cracked. We're good. No hiss.
All right. Nice.
After those claims, I'm skeptical, but I'm excited.
Matthew, look at how clear that water. The clear.
my
I can see the future.
There's no
through
rosy
here.
hue in that one.
Oh my!
Here, let me get some.
It's like my prescription on my eyes through this thing here. It's a
Do you
beautiful.
have a prescription?
A slight one, yeah. But this will probably cure that.
That does look really nice. There's no Pepsi spit.
Yep, nothing. No
See, this-
mineral bubbles.
this- Squashes Danny's claim that it was my own backwash. That came from the bottle, not from me.
Oh, that is smooth. That is smooth.
Some pretty good one here. Cheers.
Yeah, that'll hydrate you.
That's good water.
That they made some bold claims, but I think Fiji
They're
backed
backing
them
it
up.
up.
Now, I'd heard of Fiji before in the past, kind of as just like a meme for the kind of person that spends way too much on too little. You know, like, oh, I'm gonna go to the store and get Fiji, and you get one bottle of water for $100, and you're like, oh shit, okay, this guy's real fucking, crazy about his spending. But Fiji, it's good. Like it lives up to that reputation of being like an expensive quality water. Fiji was really fucking good. I have no complaints about it. I think that is an easy S tier all day. Now, I've never heard of this before. Evian, made by the French Alps.
Now let's see where it's bottled.
Yeah, I love the design of the bottle.
It is. It looks like a cracked egg. It's supposed to be mountains, but I really like the look. It's a good pour.
Also pretty clear.
Yeah, it's a... you can tell the difference between this and Aquafina. Like, I just want to pull Aquafina back out.
Shame it again.
Look how shitty it looks even. In the bottle sucks.
Yeah, I know. That is
Sorry,
gross.
we're on heavy.
That is a gross water. I wouldn't let my dogs drink Aquafina. It does look like another high quality piece of water. You can really see the silica.
Yeah, that's a lot of silica. I'm still concerned about that, but
Yeah.
I think we'll be okay. Have you been taking your vitamins?
Yeah.
All
Well,
right, we're fine.
I might OD on this though. Ooh, she's got some character to her.
Is that so bad?
Got a player like the harmonica.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, there it is. There, that brought it out. I think that's a comfortable B tier water.
Yeah. I'd even be comfortable going B+, but
Yeah.
for Jackson's sake, we'll stick with B.
Yeah, teetering on A, but
Yeah.
I don't think it quite
It's
breaches
right
A.
on that line.
Another newcomer to the water game. It was a pleasant surprise, a decent experience. I do say it was one of the better waters. It was teetering on the A tier, but I don't think it quite breached that threshold. I think B tier is right where it belongs. It's a very inoffensive, standard, decent quality water. I've lived off Zephyr Hills for 26 years.
Anybody who says Zephyr Hills isn't the best is wrong.
Like, objectively wrong. Just
And-
smooth pour, didn't even
Look,
hear anything.
The best thing about this is they are confident. They know it right off the bat. You buy their bottle, and they tell you they're not a trash water.
That's exactly right. I'm not trash.
I'm not trash.
No siree, not today, Dad.
That's confidence. And it's from a natural Florida spring.
Nothing says quality like Florida.
Florida. Yeah. Florida water.
It's like a meal. A fine meal.
Mmm.
Luxury dining in a glass. Zephyr Hills, we both knew going in, S tier. Fucking grew up on Zephyr Hills. Zephyr Hills has never let me down. I've never had a bad experience with Zephyr Hills water. It is the most consistent, most refreshing, and just all around, like, best water there is, really, especially for its price. Zephyr Hills, baby, S tier, all day.
This is like, I could pop it. Listen to this part. Are you ready? No, get some earplugs.
I hope they can.
Oh,
That's the sound of fear.
look at all those bubbles.
Yeah, I want to make sure I save that precious regurgitated water.
Now, is this Coke's response to Aquafina?
I think it's also owned by Pepsi.
Is it?
I
Let's
could
see.
be wrong. What's Coke's parent company's name? Big Coke or something?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, the Coca-Cola Company.
Okay.
Okay,
God.
if you find one, you shut your mouth.
Dasani's just disgusting. That one's worse than Aquafina. It really is. Yeah, just go ahead and get that out of your system, Matt. It's not worth it. It's painful.
Oh.
It's painful. It should be a crime to own a case of this in your home. You should be written off as a psychopath who
This
needs
is really,
mental
really bad.
evaluation. It is. It is. If you were dying of thirst in the desert and someone offered you Dasani, you're better off just dying. And there it is, the worst water mankind has accidentally made. Dasani is truly horrendous. Worse than Aquafina by a decent margin, I would argue. I wouldn't be surprised to learn Dasani is Latin for dog fecal juice, because that's what it tastes like. Dasani is absolutely abhorrent. I don't know who drinks it by choice. It's horrible. Dasani, absolute F tier.
So my favorite little Easter egg about Smart Water is when you look through the bottle, there's a fish on the inside of the
Oh,
label. It's adorable, isn't it?
What is that fish doing there, Danny? Take a peek at that bad boy.
Snuck in there.
Whoa,
Little
Nemo.
playful water.
Ooh, that's a nice pour.
It's got a nice sound to
It
it.
did have a good sound, good decibels right there. I mean, it's quality water and minerals.
It's got a smell. Most water doesn't have a smell.
It's got a taste too. Yeah, the last thing you want in your water is for it to taste.
Yeah. I think we might have to put meth in Dasani to compare.
That'll solve it. Yeah, it's not good. Yeah, that is not good.
Never had Smart Water, never will again. Wasn't good. Not as bad as Aquafina or Dasani, but it's still D tier.
Now this is the biggest wild card.
Yeah, none of us have ever had this. It's core water.
I gotta say, the design of the bottle is pretty
It's
interesting.
nifty.
It's like Cyberpunk 2077.
Yeah, I like this.
Oh.
I don't know what that sound was. I don't know whether to hate it
Oh,
or
get
like
a
it.
look at this goofiness in here. Look how
Whoa!
look at how wacky that gets.
You could like pour yourself a shot from this with the water.
That's probably what it's for.
Wow.
And look at the massive opening. You could definitely get big swigs.
Yeah.
Well, it's got a taste. It tastes like ice, burnt ice. The taste isn't bad.
I don't dislike it. It's the first water that's had a taste that I don't dislike.
Yeah.
Like I don't wish the taste wasn't there. It gives me a little bit of that mouth feel that Dasani and Aquafina do though, where you feel a little dry, but I'm not as upset with it.
Yeah. Does it say where the spring is that they source this from?
I think it's just humans.
Core, about as average, wild, wacky as you could imagine for a water bottle, I suppose. I think C tier fits it best. It's not something, overwhelmingly horrible. It's not that bad, and it's not that good either. It's right on that line of, yeah, that was water, and that's good enough.